All right, let's jump right into this explainer covering the 2026 landscape of AI threats, smartphone safety, and some really massive new financial benefits specifically for seniors in the US and Canada. If you or a loved one are over 60 and using a smartphone right now, the rules have fundamentally changed this year. Criminal operations have become incredibly sophisticated. But the good news? The tools you have to protect yourself are better than ever, too.
So here is our agenda for today. Number 1, the 2026 AI scam epidemic. Number 2, securing your smartphone. 3, protecting your bank accounts. 4, your phone as a lifeline. And finally, number 5, crucial 2026 financial updates.
Okay, let's start with Section 1, the 2026 AI scam epidemic. We really need to see how criminals are specifically targeting older adults right now with some pretty unprecedented technology. The days of spotting a scammer just because of a crackly connection or a totally unbelievable story, yeah, those days are unfortunately gone. Just look at this number, $14,000. That figure represents the devastating amount a Georgia grandmother wired to scammers after getting a frantic phone call from what sounded exactly like her grandson. He claimed he was stranded in another state after a terrible car crash. And listen, she didn't wire the money because she was gullible. She wired it because the voice on the other end of the line was a flawless, absolute match to her grandson.
This is where AI voice cloning completely changes the game on the old grandparent scam. Scammers today literally only need a tiny audio clip, I'm talking just 3 to 5 seconds of audio, extracted from a quick social media video or maybe a saved voicemail. Using some really inexpensive, commercially available software, they can perfectly synthesize a loved one's distress. They can make it sound like they are crying, totally panicked, begging you not to tell anyone else in the family. It's wild, but it is a flawless synthetic mimic.
So in response to this and a massive wave of government impersonator scams, the FCC launched the Never Ever campaign on June 16, 2026. This basically establishes one unbreakable rule: real agencies like the IRS, Medicare, Social Security, or Service Canada will never ever demand these forms of payment over the phone. No gift cards, no wire transfers, no cryptocurrency, and no cash. Because let's be real, the IRS does not want to be paid in Apple gift cards or Bitcoin, right? Real agencies simply don't operate this way, even if they somehow know your name and address, or if the caller ID looks completely legit.
The crucial takeaway here is that urgency, fear, and a strict sense of authority are the biggest warning signals of fraud. Real government institutions, well, they operate slowly and steadily. They send official letters through the mail. They definitely do not enforce irreversible deadlines before you even have a chance to hang up the phone. Honestly, if a caller says you'll be arrested in the next hour unless you pay up, that is the defining tactic of fraud. Just hang up. Always hang up and call the agency or your family member directly using a known, independent phone number.
Moving right along to Section 2, securing your smartphone.
Now that we've established the threats out there, let's explore exactly how to turn that smartphone of yours from a major vulnerability into an absolute fortress. You actually have incredibly powerful tools built right into the device sitting in your pocket. It really starts with 3 fundamental steps. First, set up a biometric lock, like Face ID or a fingerprint sensor. It totally eliminates the need to remember complex passcodes while keeping thieves completely locked out. Second, turn on two-factor authentication, or 2FA, especially for your banking apps. Even if a hacker steals your password, they can't get in without holding your physical phone. And third, only download applications from the official Apple App Store or the Google Play Store. No exceptions. And this next point is absolutely crucial. Whether a text claims to be from Canada Post, FedEx, or your very own bank, never, ever click the link. Scammers are basically blasting out text messages claiming you've got a package waiting or maybe a surprise tax refund available. These links lead to incredibly convincing fake websites that are designed to steal your logins the very second you type them in. If you suspect you actually do have a package, just open your web browser and type the official website address in yourself.
All right, on to Section 3. Protecting your bank accounts. Let's shift gears to your finances for a minute. Because here in 2026, AI isn't just being used by the bad guys. It's actually being used by your bank, and it might accidentally freeze your money right when you need it most. So while they were genuinely intended to protect seniors, these new safe harbor laws, which are active in over half of U.S. states right now, have created a pretty massive unintended side effect. Laws like California's Senate Bill 278 allow banks to use automated AI systems to flag transactions, usually anything around $5,000 or more, and legally hold your funds for days or even weeks. They do this to investigate potential fraud. But the catch? The banks are completely immune from liability, even if their AI is completely wrong.
And hey, this isn't just theoretical. This is a real, fully documented case from early 2026 where a well-intentioned bank algorithm completely froze a retired Illinois man's legitimate transfer of his own money. The poor guy was simply trying to buy an RV he'd been planning to purchase for months. He was locked out of $42,000 of his own cash for over a month and forced to live off his credit cards until a local news investigative team finally stepped in and intervened. So, how do we prevent this from happening to you? Simple, by taking 10 minutes today to name a trusted contact on every single bank and brokerage account you own. If your bank's AI system flags a transaction, instead of launching a brutal 15-day internal investigation, they can simply call your trusted contact. Now, this person cannot access your money or even see your balances. They literally just confirm to the bank that you are acting competently and voluntarily. It resolves an AI freeze in minutes rather than weeks. It's a total game changer. Let's dive into Section 4, Your Phone as a Lifeline. This is a much more empowering topic. Your phone isn't just about calling or texting. It's honestly a critical piece of health and safety equipment. Taking 5 quick minutes to input your blood type, your allergies, and your emergency contacts into your phone's medical ID allows paramedics to see your critical health info right from your lock screen, even if you're unconscious. Next, configure your emergency SOS side buttons. Both iPhones and Androids allow you to rapidly press those side buttons to automatically dial 911, sound a loud alarm, and immediately text your precise location to your family. Oh, and if you wear an Apple Watch or a Samsung Galaxy Watch, make absolutely sure fall detection is toggled to on. Also, while we're on the subject of physical safety, we absolutely have to talk about how the laws around your phone have changed while you are in the car. Please be aware that under new legislation, like Pennsylvania's Paul Miller Act, simply holding a phone in your hand is now a primary offense in 27 states. You don't even have to be texting. Just having it in your hand while sitting at a red light is enough to get you pulled over. Furthermore, automated work zone cameras in states like Delaware, Maryland, and Illinois are now instantly mailing out citations. If you speed through an orange zone, you won't even see flashing police lights behind you. A really hefty ticket just quietly arrives in your mailbox a few weeks later.
Finally, Section 5, Crucial 2026 Financial Updates.
Let's unlock some of the most significant and honestly positive financial updates for 2026, especially when it comes to your healthcare and household budget. If you are on a fixed income, these next few slides are absolutely critical. For the first time ever, the 2026 Medicare Part D annual out-of-pocket cap is set at exactly $2,100. This is huge. Under the old system, there was no hard ceiling. But now, once you hit this cap, every single covered prescription you fill for the rest of the calendar year costs you absolutely $0. Nothing. If you take expensive brand name medications for arthritis, diabetes, or cardiovascular issues, you need to call your plan provider today and find out exactly how close you are to hitting this cap. Another massive financial help comes from LEHAP. That's the Low Income Home Energy Assistance Program. Now, most folks only think of this as a winter heating program, but there is a vital summer component. If your income falls below these 150% federal poverty level thresholds, which is about $21,000 for a single household or $29,000 for a couple, you likely qualify. This program actually helps pay those crazy $200 to $300 summer electric bills to keep seniors' air conditioning running safely during extreme heat. And let's face it, during a heat wave, AC isn't a luxury, it's a genuine medical necessity. Because summer applications are processed significantly faster than the backlogged winter ones, you should really act on this right now. Grab a pen and call the National Energy Assistance Referral Line at 1-800-342-3720 today. Getting this application in during July or August ensures you get this critical cooling assistance before the absolute hottest, most dangerous weeks of the summer pass you by. Which brings us to our final point. Ultimately, scammers specifically target seniors who live alone. They completely rely on the fact that there is no one sitting next to them to say, wait a minute, that sounds suspicious. The best defense against advanced AI isn't actually more technology, it's community. So I'll leave you with this. Will you share this explainer and take 20 minutes to secure a device with a loved one today? As AI continues to evolve at breakneck speeds, the line between what is real and what is totally synthesized is only going to blur further. Are we prepared for a future where we literally can't even trust our own ears? Take care of yourselves out there, take care of each other, and thank you so much for learning with us today.